Wow. I don't know.
You don't have $56,000 though in Redflex tickets, so
That's right.
you have to think you're kind of on the winning end this morning.
Who do we have on the phone today?
We have Jay Castille, the very famous chairman of the Lafayette City-Parish Council.
Let me just tell you, whatever you're discussing on the council is not nearly as contentious as Bernie and I trying to figure out what the difference in each other are. Millennial versus not, just different things. But what cameras are what we're talking about, though. He just can laugh.
That's his evil laugh. Hey, all right. So we have to have some history on this. It's a very fascinating issue. So, okay, first off, how can you rack up $56,000 worth of tickets and not get sued?
We're talking about the Dixie cab.
For people just joining us. Yeah.
Business license revoked due to $56,000 of unpaid Redflex tickets. How does this happen?
Well, I guess since the inception of the program, the company received these red light, speed cameras or whatever it was, tickets, and he didn't take care of tickets. He didn't, either get them adjudicated or whatever, and that's how it built up to 56,000. The program, whether we like it or not, it's on the books, and he had a process to go through to go ahead and pass it off to his drivers if need be, and he failed to do that. That was one of the major sticking points last night, besides the way he handled himself and the untruths that he was telling the council.
So you say there were some untruths that he told the council?
Yeah, there's some things we were trying to work with him and trying to figure out a way to help him out. But he kept on, pushing, and he wouldn't tell us the whole story. And, for instance, one of the issues were he was collecting these fines from his employees, but he wasn't paying the tickets. And an ex-employee came up and verified that, and he told us that he couldn't track these tickets. There's no way to track them. And she came up and told us that every ticket that was given was put into the system, the date, the time, and who got the ticket. So he has it on the system. And, he told us he didn't have that. So there were some things that he was saying last night that wasn't quite true, and it really upset the council because we were really trying to help the gentleman, and apparently he didn't want the help.
Wow, that is a different story. So I guess one of my big questions is, in addition to the money, that's a lot of people either running red lights or speeding. I mean, holy cats, that's a lot. That's just a lot of people either speeding or running red lights. How were there not crashes all over this city?
Couldn't tell you. I don't know what. Since 2007 now. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
9 years of giving those tickets out. So I don't know. It just built up and built up. We have some issues with our program, and I wasn't for the program. I'm still not too crazy about it, but we got to take care of some issues within our own program on how to go about either collecting the fines or straighten this thing out or just get rid of the program altogether. It's time to do something on the program.
Okay, so are you going to maybe ask for a little committee to look into Redflex now? Or, because the money that comes from the program, what it's used like for some street repairs, traffic repairs, is it used?
Well, it's also pays for the police department's traffic division.
Mm-hmm.
So, it does some good for the city. But yeah, we have some issues within that system that we need to work out. If you're going to keep this program in play, we need to go ahead and run it correctly. And we talked to the attorney last night and the administration, and we have to sit down and try to get this thing squared away, one way or the other.
One way or the other, figure out either which way it should be. Now, we have a story this morning out of New Orleans, Mayor Mitchell Andrew over there saying he wants 56 more of the cameras, and he says he thinks it would generate $24 million. Now, if you got down to the nitty-gritty and y'all started discussing this, do you think someone's going to pop up and say, hey, let's get some more cameras?
No, I don't think you're going to hear that from the council. This is supposed to be a safety issue, and if I go into discussions about it, it's going to be about a safety issue. It's not going to be about a moneymaker. My big thing for this program would be the red light running. That to me is the most dangerous thing on the roads. And if we're going to have a program, I feel that should be one of the only issues that this program addresses. But they say speeding is a safety issue also, which it is, but it's not nearly as dangerous as a red light running. So, and I'm not in it to look to make money with it. It's just a safety issue on my side if I have to go ahead and continue with this program.
Okay. So what happens at this point? He's out of business in 5 days? He's done with his business on October the 30th, no permit.
Well, not necessarily. He can come in and sit down with the administration.
And try to make a deal?
Yeah, try to decide, let's figure out a way to pay these fines or get the people to pay them. Try to work something out with the administration. He didn't even do that on his part. Last night, Mr. Robodeau offered that to the gentleman. The gentleman didn't make any remarks or responses to the offer, so we don't know what he's going to do. But he can still do that, go in and talk with the administration and negotiate something. Wow.
Well, let's hope he does that instead of going to court. That would seem like the more, I don't know, at least to me, it seemed like...
Yeah, take it to court. He's going to spend all kind of money. Spend money. Just go in there, work something out with the administration, pay some of the fines if you have to. It's not a good situation for him and for the city to be in. There's just, it was neglect on his part, and it's just now he has to pay the piper.
I'm interested to know, do you think this will bring about more discussion about other people that had racked up a bunch of these fines too?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's going to open up the floodgates now. There's a lot of discussion about all that.
Yeah. Yeah, because what do you do? Because I know there were certain people. There was one gentleman that had lots and lots and lots of tickets and fines, didn't he?
Yes, quite a bit.
And didn't that list used to be out there? Cause we knew,
it was.
Okay, because we knew it was a woman, I think.
Well, there was one.
Was the top for
I think
there
was
time.
A woman, and then there was also a guy.
Uh-huh.
The guy actually reported to a local newspaper too that he would run the red lights with his kid in the back seat, and that blew my mind because I thought, dude, it's one thing if you want to, this is your civil protest against a policy that you think is unfair and unconstitutional. It's another thing to put your child's life at risk.
Yeah, they got some knuckleheads out there.
Yeah. So now, are we going to try to go back to the table with any of these people, or do you know of any of that at this point?
Well, that's some of the stuff that we talked to the attorney about. How are we going to address that?
Mm-hmm.
Last night was a business. We hadn't talked about the personal issue. What are we going to do about the single person who has $100,000 tickets?
Yeah.
So that stuff. That's the kind of stuff that needs to be discussed. We had that discussion with the last administration at the end of their time. And nothing came of it, so now we're going to get with the new administration and try to figure out how we're going to handle this.
All right. Lafayette City-Parish Council Chairman Jay Castille, as always, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, wait, real quick. Have you ever gotten one of those tickets for running a red light or speeding?
Yes,
really?
Ma'am. I got one in 2008 when I took off in February, the second month I was in
office. Oh, man. So was it like a speed one or a red light one?
No, it was a speed one. Right there on Simcoe, where it's 35 miles an hour. Of course, I was going 45.
Oh.
And when I got the ticket, I went and I paid it as quick as possible.
What was it, like $25 or something?
I think it was a little higher back then. We dropped the prices.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was like $50, so it was a little higher.
Wow. All right, just kind of curious about that. Hey, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, and what does happen to those folks out there that, I mean, you may hate the program, and that's fine, but...
Yeah. I'll be honest. I think a lot of people did not pay them early on because they thought there's no way these are going to stick around. Like, we don't trust them, and now how many years are we into it? They're kind of here now.
Like, eventually...
Go ahead and pay Go ahead and pay your ticket from 2008.
And, maybe you can make a much better deal, too.
Uh-huh.
All
right.
That one
an ever-changing situation.
That was wild, huh?
I swear. Gosh, all right.
Well, and maybe the owner of Dixie Cab will go ahead and take Mr. Robideau up on his offer.
We hope.
And go meet, and figure out, what would be...
If someone's going to work with you, you got to work with them, and you can't lie in front of the council.
Yeah.
It's the bottom line.
And we did not say that he lied. That was Jay Castille that said he lied.
Yeah.
We want to be very specific about that.
Thank you.
Coming up now on 6:53.
Coming up, we've got traffic and your topic train just ahead. Be nice.
I didn't do anything.
Be nice.
I'm looking at the traffic. Why are you telling me to be nice? That was you.
Yeah, you're right.
Just kidding. He thinks I'm being mean to him this morning.
But since I work in the media, I'll say whatever I want.
That's right. Okay, watch out for a traffic crash on the Youngsville Highway. It's right between Russo and Hart D Farm Road. That's the Youngsville Highway between Russo and Hart D Farm Road. We have a stalled vehicle on Ambassador Caffrey this morning. That's Ambassador Caffrey between Frem Bustani and Kali Saloon Road. Right in front of Our Lady of Lourdes, there's a little stalled vehicle there on Ambassador. University at Simcoe, traffic crash there, University at Simcoe, and an earlier crash, Vero at Mill Creek. So just make sure that you're buckling up and that you keep it safe out there this morning, please.